This is Eyewitness News Health Beat.
Topping the Health Beat tonight, making sure that when you leave the hospital, you don't have to go back. Readmissions are costly for your health and your bank account. Tonight, an Indianapolis couple shares why they picked rehab over home.
Hey, give me a hug.
Verna Bradley visits her husband of 41 years at American Village Rehab every day.
Because some of us go home and we dump it all on our wife.
But Fred knew he needed a larger team to recover from left hip replacement surgery.
The rehab has helped strengthen, stretch, and try to get me back to the way I'm supposed to be. If I went directly home after my surgery, I'd be sitting there.
Here, Fred has 24-hour support from medical staff checking for infection, monitoring pain, helping him move safely.
I just felt like I couldn't handle all that.
All of Fred's therapy appointments now are just down the hall.
He was able to graduate from a wheelchair to a walker to a cane.
The goal is to go home and stay home.
We have a lot of situations where people go home for, 3 days and you hear they're now coming to the skilled nursing facility because they failed at home.
And hospital readmissions are financially costly and can prolong total recovery.
In terms of looking at what it costs for someone to go to the hospital and come to therapy and go home, you're looking at a much cheaper process versus, going to the hospital, going home and having to go back to the hospital. That always ends up being much more expensive.
Health experts say it is critical that when patients leave the hospital that they understand their options, commit to the discharge orders, and overcome their fears.
Most of it, I think, is just fear of going to a place and just thinking, okay, am I ever going to get back home? Am I going to be there forever? Is this it for me?
The house is going to always be there, but make sure that you're ready to go. Sometimes we want to move a lot more faster than we should.
For the Bradleys, rehab is good for Fred and the family. Verna can still get in her hours at work, and come Christmas weekend, they're on track to celebrate with their family at the Church of the Living God. It's where Fred serves as pastor.
I've got peace. I've really got some peace within myself that when I do go, that I'll be able to carry on shortly.
So the takeaway tonight, make sure that when you or a loved one is being discharged from the hospital that you ask questions and understand exactly what your insurance will and will not cover. Also, get a list of where you can go to rehab. Failure to comply with discharge orders is one of the top reasons, John, that patients end up back in the hospital. Back to you.
More gridlock on Capitol Hill. What Congress is fighting